Ginger Chan from KTLA 5 had just done a segment on the show, and then she forgot that she was still mic'd and her mic wasn't turned off, so she made a terrible, terrible mistake when she did a little commentary on one of her co-hosts, Sam Rubin. Take a look.
My wife calls, it's like, since when did you become the fat guy on that show? it's the same
He's
exact
always
thing.
been.
Always been.
Is that Ginger?
She didn't know.
Might have been a little insulted internally, but he certainly didn't show it. He was basically saying that it wasn't a big deal. He didn't take any offense to it, which I think would be a little different if there was a male anchor saying the same thing about a female anchor. But nonetheless, I want to know what you guys think about it. Alex, you're the new panelist. I want to start with you. Make your point.
I think this story is funny. I love how lighthearted it is. Everyone takes things too seriously these days. And I mean, I think back of like 15 years when I started hosting, I'd have a mic on, and all the time I would say stuff. I'd be nervous, I'd be young, and I'd be like, I'd knock the writers, I'd knock the producers, and then they'd be sitting in the edit room, and I'd be caught in all these, like, saying all these bad things. And so I've been in those shoes. You're nervous, but I love the fact that everyone's chill about it and having fun.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I agree. If you flip the table, it might have been different, but Sam took it like a champ, and I love the fact they're all laughing about it.
You really did. What about you, Max? Make your point.
You know, I think that she was just taking the piss, as they say. Like, I mean, we've all worked in TV, right? You get really intimate with the crew that you're working with, and, you know, I think jokes fly. You know, it's definitely like an interesting space to sort of get to know somebody when you're like waiting around for the cameras to go on. And so, you know, the fact that her mic was on was unfortunate, but I don't think that there was any maliciousness behind it. I think she was, once again, you know, just having some fun.
Yeah, in my experience in working in different news environments, I realized that it's really difficult to work with a team that actually gets along with one another, right? So at TYT, we totally get along. Of course, there'll be a few tiffs here and there, but for the most part, we all love each other. It's like a family. You can tell the same thing with KTLA, right? The fact that Sam Rubin didn't take it personally, that they were laughing about it in that way, shows that they have a good work environment. And that's good to hear, because oftentimes, I'm not kidding you, I've been in several different work environments, including cable news environments. Not so fun, okay? People despise each other. So if that kind of joke had flown in one of these other networks that I've been at, there would be hell to pay. There's no question about that.
And, you know, like, truth be told, that guy probably could afford to lose a little bit of weight anyway. It would be better for him, right?
Damn, adding insult to injury. All right, here's the question for this story. Have you ever been insulted by a friend or a coworker? Max, let me start with you.
You know, I can't off the top of my head think of any time that I've actually been insulted, but there have definitely been moments when I could have used a healthy dose of you know, constructive criticism. I remember the first time my first experience with TV was at Current, and one of the earliest shots, when like within the first week of Current going on air, I was wearing shorts because I like wearing shorts, and I was on camera, and they had us set up so that we were like sitting on this button, and the camera was coming from like a really low angle, and it was like, hello, Max's upper thigh, like live on national TV. And it was, I didn't really get any, you know, shit for it, but I feel like I probably should have. And
That's
ever
insane.
since that moment, it was pants.
So you have the opposite problem. People don't insult you enough.
They don't insult me enough.
I can help with that.
Yeah, you can.
All right, Alex, what about you?
I'm sure everyone I've ever worked with insulted me. Maybe not to my face, but definitely behind the scenes. So I can't think of one moment where someone's been like directly, but I think in this business, you got to have some thick skin, right? I mean, constructive criticism, 100%. I mean, how many times, especially like look back over the years, people are like, you know, you got to be direct. And the only way you're going to get better at what you're doing is being direct. Yes, this is a specific scenario where they're talking about someone's weight, but I am sure behind the scenes, plenty of people have been pissed off at me about something and talked, you know, some crap and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I get insulted on a daily basis when it comes to like social media, you know, Twitter, YouTube comments, whatever. But when I think about people that actually matter, right? The people whose insults actually hurt, I think of like friends and family, right? So something happened this week, funny enough. I had dinner with a bunch of my girlfriends, and one of my girlfriends was telling me about how a married man that she had been working with was really, really hitting on her in a very strong way, in an aggressive way. And as she's explaining this, I'm eating like a beet salad or something, and I'm like, oh, I feel nauseous. I'm not sure if it was the beets or if it was the story, maybe a combination of both, but it made me feel sick to know that like a married guy is just aggressively pursuing a woman in her 20s. I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Anyway, so I said that I felt a little sick, and then one of my other friends said, well, if you're worried about that, maybe you should really reconsider the types of guys you're dating. And I was like, what? That was like unnecessary, right? Why don't you diss the guy who's trying to cheat on his wife?
Exactly.
But anyway, that insult definitely struck a nerve, and I was a good sport about it in the moment. I just kind of brushed it off, but it bothered me, right? So why don't you guys share your stories? Has a friend or family member ever said anything to you that was extremely insulting and you're having a hard time getting over it? We want to hear all of your gossip in the comments section below. And also, what do you make of this KTLA story? Do you think that Sam Rubin might have been hurt internally but didn't express it? Or do you think that he was genuinely a good sport? We love hearing from you, so comment in the section below and we'll see you guys soon.